If there's one secret to happiness in my life, it's taking care of the kindest creatures on...
Hey everyone, glad to have you back on Aiden's YouTube channel where we talk about movies. Today, we're going to chat about The Sheep Detective. So, let's jump right into the plot. The film is set in a peaceful Irish village where a shepherd named George Glenn is found dead in his field, with a spade stuck in the ground beside him. His flock of sheep, who have become pretty clever from George reading to them every night, decide to solve the mystery of his murder.
And he's not moving.
What?
Lily, tell us what to do!
Our shepherd was murdered.
Now, let's check out the cast and crew. Hugh Jackman voices George Hardy, the shepherd whose death is shrouded in mystery. Nicholas Brown plays Tim Derry, the bumbling local cop. Nicholas Kalitzin takes on the role of Elliot Matthews, a reporter. Molly Gordon portrays Rebecca Hampstead, George's daughter, among others. The film features cinematography by George Steele, with editing done by Martin Walsh, Paul Mackless, and Al Levine, and the score is composed by Christoph Beck.
Lawyer. He wrote a will. In the nighttime stories, the people in the will are always the suspects.
That man had nothing.
Well, actually, there is...
Let's dive into the analysis of the film. The Sheep Detectives is a mystery comedy directed by Kyle Balder and based on the 2005 novel Three Bags Full by Leonie Swan, with a script by Craig Mazin. It's pretty interesting to see Kyle Balder take on the Sheep Detectives, especially since he's mostly known for his work on lively animated comedies like Despicable Me 3 and Minions. This film takes a different route, focusing more on mystery and a subtle kind of humor, which showcases his talent in a fresh light. Hugh Jackman really brings a unique emotional depth to his character, which could have easily come off as silly. He makes the themes of loss, empathy, and connection resonate much more powerfully through his performance. His character, who reads detective stories to the sheep, adds a delightful touch and gives the film a solid emotional backbone, elevating it beyond just a quirky concept. On the visual side, George Steele plays a key role in how the story unfolds on screen, collaborating closely with director Kyle Balder. The cinematography really highlights beautiful, natural landscapes that capture the essence of the farm and countryside, playful framing that fits the whimsical talking animal theme. Visual elements typical of mystery films, with careful lighting and composition to enhance the detective aspect of the story.
Completely hopeless. We need to help him.
You think you're brave enough to leave home?
We're not scared.
What is it?
All right, let's take a look at what the critics have to say about this film. A lot of reviews highlight its humor, but they also mention it has a surprising emotional side that tackles themes of loss in a gentle manner. Some critics, however, think the tone is a bit too whimsical or cheesy, which they feel takes away from the mystery aspect. There are comments suggesting that the human characters and their storylines aren't as compelling as the sheep characters. A few reviewers even point out that the CGI sheep come off as a bit fake or not really believable.
We can do things. In fact, we can do anything.
I want to bash it! I want to bash it so bad!
Now, moving on to my take. The concept of sheep being the ones to crack a murder case is seen as quirky and inventive. This movie is one of those rare gems that appeals to both kids and adults alike. I'd say it's a charming, unique, family-friendly mystery that has some emotional layers. While the tone isn't exactly my cup of tea, it's still entertaining and stands out in its own way.
Ah! Why would he stop there?
He was just about to say who the killer was.
This is torture! It was the maid, right?
Lastly, let's talk about the release date. The film is set to hit theaters in the US through Amazon MGM Studios, and internationally, it will be released by Sony Pictures, releasing international on May 8, 2026.
And we shall solve the crime.
We'd love to hear your thoughts, so don't forget to drop a comment. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
I want to bash it. I want to bash it so bad.
What's with them?